Mritunjay sir, we welcome to the Apeejay Stya University.
I think my audio is coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audio and video both are coming. Yeah, Mukund,
Okay.
please start the proceeding.
Yes, sir. So, good morning and a big welcome to our guest, Dr. Mritunjay Chaubey, Global Vice President at UPL Limited, our respected Dean, School of Management Sciences, Dr. S.K. Roy, and HOD School of Education, Dr. Ananda Padan, and other respected faculty members of ASU and other institutions. My dear colleagues, we are gathered here to celebrate this virtual event, SDG 2030, and I am Mukund Thakur from the School of Biosciences, and I will be at your service today as an anchor. Now I want to invite Dr. Vijay sir to say a few words about the program and the NSS.
Thank you, Mukund. First of all, I would like to thank Mritunjay Chaubey sir to accept the invitation. He is so kind to accept this invitation. I heard Mritunjay sir at one of the seminar at IAM Sirmor. So he gave a very good lecture there. It was a very interactive also on sustainability, and he is doing wonderful job. And we are fortunate enough to you have sir this day. Thank you so much. Why we are organizing this event? This is very important to know because we know that all of us, all the governments, various NGOs, they are talking about sustainability. They are talking about SDG. And we at NSS in Apeejay Stya University, we try to focus in all our activities on sustainability, sustainable development goals. So this becomes very important because Dr. Mritunjay Chaubey ji is doing wonderful job, and being in a very reputed company, he will throw us more light on that, how we can correlate the business with sustainability and with environment, how we can protect environment and ensure sustainability through our some of the business activities. So without taking much time, I request Mukund to invite Roy sir now.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite the Dean School of Management Sciences, Dr. S.K. Roy, to share a few words about SOMS. Please, sir.
This SOMS is one of the school, and it has all the students who are being taught basically decision making. And so far as the United Nations goals are also concerned, they have fixed up many sustainable development goals, what Vijay talked about. When I was in foreign university, yes, we always had a seminar on SDGs because they are underdeveloped countries. Africa is underdeveloped countries, and they are working more on SDGs. So I'm really happy to be a part of it. I have directed all my students to join this webinar so that they are enriched with the vast experience of the speaker today. And I'm also eager to hear much from the speaker so far as sustainable development goals are concerned. Thank you for inviting Dr. Vijay and Mukund.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. As HOD, our Dr. Padan sir is not here, so I would like Dr. Vijay sir to invite and say few words about School of Education.
Sir, School of Education offers three different courses, particularly at undergraduate level. We offer BA BEd program, BSc BEd program, and 2 years BEd program. BSc BEd, BA BEd program, these are 4-year integrated program. Means just after 12th standard, you can enroll in these and become a teacher at school level. The BEd is 2 years program. We also offer PhD in education. And NSS, which is a National Service Scheme, is being looked after by this department. And we are trying to help the growth of the society through students' interventions. So that is our motto also, because community service is very essential in Apeejay Stya University. Without doing community services, some hours of community services, our students cannot get their degree. So we are trying to help the university in that direction. Thank you, Mukund.
Thank you, sir. So moving on further, I would like to invite Dr. Mritunjay Chaubey, our guest, to address this event further. But before that, I want to like our audience to know about Dr. Mritunjay. Dr. Mritunjay Chaubey is sustainability, environment, and water technology expert of international repute. He has done PhD in environmental engineering from IIT Delhi. He has nearly 22 years of professional working experience in renowned MNCs like Pentair, Shell, and Unilever in field of sustainability and environment engineering, water and waste treatment water. Dr. Chaubey is having experience of working in cross-cultural environment, and more than 50 technical papers have been published in renowned international journals and conferences with his name. Dr. Chaubey is currently working as Global Vice President, Environment and Sustainability with UPL Limited. He is a member of WBCSD Water Leadership Group. He is also member of editorial board of International Journal of Chemistry and Environment, Arab Water World, Environmental Science and Water Digest, and he is also mentor of renowned engineering college, SRICT, Baruch. Sir, kindly enlighten us with your words. The stage is all yours now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for inviting me for this talk. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I think let me first thank Dr. Vijay Kumar. He was so passionate and he was doing the follow-up for this talk. Actually, means it was not possible for me to make it my program was very busy in December, and I was thinking that let us organize this in month of January. But the way he do the follow up, I agree, and I admire for his passion for NSS, his passion for embedding the sustainability among the students. So it's very good. And actually, it impressed me a lot. And thanks to Dr. Vijay Kumar, who invited me and given this opportunity to have an interactive talk with the students of Apeejay University and faculty of Apeejay University, and also the researcher of Apeejay Stya University. So going forward, I remember one program of Apeejay Stya University. I don't know when it was started, but I came across in month of April 2018. That I remember, and that program was Ori Chiraya kind of things. It was a Ori Chiraya, and the main theme of that program was that students of Apeejay Stya University, mainly those who are involved in NSS, they facilitate the water and food grain to the birds, and especially a sparrow. Uh, so at that time, I saw those activity, and it's impressed me a lot in 2018. And even today, I remember that that was a very great program. And I think if any university is conducting that kind of things, it is a small activity, but it creates a lot of impact in the society, especially those students who happens to be involved in all those activity. You cannot imagine that how they carry impression, how their thought process toward nature and sustainability and environment protection gets changed. So a great work that one. Another thing, when I get invited, and today I am addressing a lot of members and volunteers of NSS at Apeejay Stya University, my days has also came fresh when I was studying in IIT Delhi, and at IIT Delhi I was member of NSS, and at that time, maybe 20, 25 year back, I am saying. So at that time, we were also doing a lot of activity through NSS at IIT Delhi. So those days also get remembered to me. Uh, that how NSS is doing great work in society. And I tell you, I will go on presentation, but let me share my thought that when I used to see sustainability, in last 24 year, I am in corporate and embedding sustainability in various corporate. I get chance to work with one of the world renowned companies, Shell. So I was at Netherlands and I was working to embed sustainability there. Uh, I, I think let's stop sharing the presentation. I will tell that when we have to share this presentation. Because I want that this talk should be interactive.
Surely, sir.
And
Surely, sir.
then,
Closing the screen.
right. At SAIL, I did several activity to embed the sustainability in corporate. Then I came in Unilever. Unilever also I was for 5 years in charge of global sustainability, and we did a lot of activity. Now from last 4.5 years, I am global in charge of environment, sustainability and green cell at UPL. And here also, we are doing a lot of work to embed sustainability in corporate. I feel that sustainability, which is a kind of ability to sustain, sustainability and NSS and sustainable development goal. So all three, if you see the aim, maybe they have written different aim, but to me it look similar and exactly same. So in sustainability also, our main theme happens that sustainability is for the profitability of business. Sustainability is to ensure a peace and prosperous community, and sustainability is for to make the earth as a livable planet. So I always try to see sustainability in this way, that we work for that. When we embed the sustainability, then we found that it is for the profitability of corporate, it is for the bringing peace and prosperity among the community, and it is to make the earth as a livable planet for a human being. If you see NSS, exactly I found the same role of NSS. In NSS also, we do the all activity where we ensure that peace and prosperity come among the community, and also we can able to make earth as a livable planet for the human being. Now you come to the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. There also, if you look on 17 SDG, which was formulated in 2015, and our aim is that by 2030, we will achieve 17 SDG. The ultimate aim is the same only. Ultimate aim of and ultimate goal of Sustainable Development Goal is to bring the peace and prosperity among the community and inside the world, and also to make this planet Earth as a livable planet. So I feel that whether it is sustainability or NSS or SDG, we are doing the same kind of work. Aim is the same, and those people who working for sustainability, if they don't know NSS and if they don't know SDG, then I feel that they have not understood sustainability. Same way, those volunteers or those people who are working in NSS, if they don't know sustainability or if they don't know SDG, then I think they have not well understood the NSS. So these all three goes part, and this is a very good chance for me to explain here about the sustainability. Especially, I shall cover how we have embedded sustainability at corporate, and this is very good where I am addressing some of the volunteers and people of NSS at Apeejay Stya University. So now I think going forward, let's go on the presentation. So let me share first. If I able to share, then it's fine. Otherwise, I shall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so he's saying host disabled participating screen sharing. So I think my screen.
Wait a second, sir.
Okay. So if you can enable, now it is enabled. So I think now I can able to share my presentation. Is it coming?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So I shall cover during my, maybe I shall take 30-35 minutes this presentation, and then we will go for the question answer because I want to make it more interactive session, and I shall love to answer if any question or any comment happens to be in this session. So I shall cover first my experience with sustainability. So as I told you that last 25 years, I am working in corporate embedding sustainability. So I shall share my experience. Then we will discuss about the SDG, and then I shall share some of the case study, how we have embedded sustainability in corporate, and I shall share some of the technologies. And during this talk, I shall also cover just now Ville Publisher, who is a world-renowned publisher. They have published my book on wastewater treatment technologies design consideration. So that also I shall take this opportunity to tell about that book. And then at last, global environmental issues and condition, and then we will conclude. So is it okay? Fine. So now just one slide, a summary where I want to share my experience with sustainability. And I feel that sustainability is for the profitability of business. And why this is, I am saying, you can see the case study of two companies. One is Unilever, where between 2011 to 16, I happens to involve in embedding sustainability, and we reduced CO2 emission, water consumption, waste disposal. Those from Unilever manufacturing plant, we reduced nearly 50%. And if you see in terms of benefit, then Unilever able to save nearly 100 million US dollar from these saving. And this happens because we embedded sustainability element where we try to reduce the environment footprint of manufacturing plant of Unilever. Similarly, UPL, right now from last 4.5 years we are doing, and we able to reduce 30% CO2 emission, 25% water consumption, 28% waste reduction, and in totality, if you see, then nearly 45 million US dollar saving achieved because of this activity and because of embedding sustainability at UPL. So this is a study clearly showing that sustainability is to reduce the environmental footprint. It is for reducing the environmental pollution, but at the same time, it is for the profitability of business. Now moving toward the SDG. So I shall cover some 3-4 slides on sustainable development goal, because at beginning I told you that sustainability and NSS and SDG, all aim are same. So I feel that in last 5 year of time, two great things came, two great intervention we can say came from the United Nations. And the world community should be thankful to the United Nations that two things they brought in 2015, they formulated and they enforced in 2016. One is SDG, Sustainable Development Goal, and second things, Paris Climate Agreement. So these two important intervention came from United Nations for the world community, and I feel that this is going to change the entire world. And these came in force in 2016, both this intervention, and the aim to achieve the goal of SDG as well as Paris Agreement is by 2030. And if you see SDG, there are 17 SDG, and if you see the Paris Agreement, then their main aim is to limit the temperature rise well below 1.5 degrees Celsius. So at industry, what we are doing, we are in process of aligning our all the sustainability strategy to align this two UN intervention. One is SDG and second is Paris Climate Agreement. So almost all our sustainability strategy, we are aligning toward these two goals. Now, if we can go in detail, I don't want to cover much more because this is available everywhere, what all 17 goals are, and we have to work on this, and we have to achieve this goal by 2030. What I want to discuss in this forum, that there is a big financial gap we able to found while implementing the SDG. And this is from one of the authentic report, and what report is saying that if we want to implement the SDG, then there is a financial requirement to implement the SDG around the world. And if you see globally, then global requirement is 5 to 7 trillion US dollar, whereas gap is exist for 3 trillion US dollar. If you want to see the developing country, then their requirement for the budget to implement the SDG or to achieve the SDG by 2030 is 3.9 trillion US dollar, whereas in this 3.9 trillion, 2.5 trillion US dollar is still not available. This is the gap, still not allocated. In India, if you see, we estimated that we need nearly 0.96 trillion US dollar to achieve the SDG by 2030, whereas the gap is nearly 0.56 trillion US dollar. So what I want to present through this slide, that as far as financial requirement is concerned or resource allocation is concerned, huge gap is there from the government side. And if we are dependent that the government of various country will implement the SDG, they will achieve the SDG, I don't think it is possible, because huge gap is there. And from society, from industry, from every quarter, all the people have to come together and try to find out a way how we should try and ensure that we can achieve the SDG by 2030. Now coming to the industry, what industries are doing? Actually, industry is going to play a very important role to achieve the goal of sustainable development goals. And you can say identity, WBCSD, World Business Council for Sustainable Development, they are working very good their achievement is till date, and they are working along with various corporate to achieve the SDG by 2030. And more than 200 big corporates are at this moment of time member of WBCST, and a lot of good work getting done with help of WBCSD in field of achieving SDG. Next one is coming to my company UPL. What we did, although there are 17 SDG, and we are doing a lot of activity where we can correlate that several work has been done on all the 17 SDG. And if you see our sustainability report of UPL, then there we used to summarize on annual basis that in all the 17 SDG, what UPL has contributed. So you can see and get those flavor very clearly in our sustainability report, which is available on our website. But at UPL, we focused more toward 5 SDG. We feel that the 5 SDG, which is going to be priority for UPL, and we have made a very detailed action plan, and we are doing a lot of work in these 5 SDG. One is zero hunger, second is responsible consumption and production, third is industry innovation, fourth is affordable and clean energy, and fifth is good health and well-being. So these 5 SDGs has been identified as a priority SDG for the UPL. Now, this is another thing where you can see that at UPL, what is our goal and mission related to sustainability. And our main vision related to sustainability at UPL is we are working with farmers to help them feed the world sustainably. And we have already set a target and goal for 2025. And we have set 4 goals for the UPL. One is reduce environmental footprint. So there our target is that we will reduce our environment footprint 30% from 2020 baseline by 2025. Our second goal is enhancing world food security. So there we want that we will bring some of the sustainable solutions where 40% of our revenue will come from the innovative and sustainable solutions. So there we are bringing a lot of organic pesticides. We are bringing product like Zeba, where it will use less energy and less water for the production of food grain. Third goal is enhance sustainable sourcing. So there our aim is source the raw material at least 60% from the sustainable sources by 2025. And the fourth goal is strengthen community well-being. So there we are aiming that by 2025, we will impact 3 million people for the livelihood, education, better sanitation, better health. So these all are the 4 goals of UPL related to sustainability. And we have all the action plan in place, and we are working toward achieving this goal. Now this slide, you will try to understand that how we have embedded sustainability at UPL. And mainly, I came at UPL in 2016. And since 2016, first approach we have adopted that we have embedded triple bottom line in our sustainability strategy. So triple bottom line means we have included environment, we have included social dimension, and we have included governance dimension in our sustainability strategy. And then we brought several policy and management system in place, because we feel that the policy and target, those get derived from the top to bottom. And that is very important in field of sustainability. And we brought several policy and several management system in place inside the UPL. And another important things we did, sustainability reporting. So at every year, UPL used to publish sustainability report as per GRI guidelines, and it get audited by third party and assured by KPMG. And you will go through the sustainability report. You will find a lot of activity, what we are doing, where we are, and going forward, what we want to do. Then while doing all these things, we have also get a sustainability certification. One is very renowned certification, FTSE for good. So this is came from the FTSE, London Stock Exchange. And another, we are certified by Responsible Care. So we are logo holder of Responsible Care also. And if you see the sustainability rating, then sustainability rating is very high for the UPL. Recently, one of the premier ESG rating agency from the Netherlands, Sustainalytics, they have rated UPL number 1 among the agrochemical company. So globally, we are number 1 in sustainability rating among the agrochemical companies. If you see DJSI, Dow Jones Sustainability Index, or FTSE Sustainability Index, they also our rating is very high, much higher than the global sustainability rating. So what I want to tell here that we have adopted a structured approach towards sustainability, and that is very important for any corporate. And the second thing is that we believe that sustainability is the best opportunity for business to drive a smart innovation and profitable growth. Now, this is the another green cell which I would like to share with you. This is we have created inside UPL green cell, and I am getting chance to head green cell also. At green cell, we have a lot of engineer, microbiologist, chemist, and they are working on one agenda, that develop sustainable green technology which can be implemented inside UPL to reduce the environmental footprint of manufacturing plant. So they develop several technology and they deploy several technology inside UPL, and like forward osmosis, volute, scale band. These all are the technology which first time in the world among chemical they have implemented inside UPL. And we got very good result out of implementing this technology. So I presented this idea that I want to tell that innovation and technology that play a very important role in building the sustainability as well as to achieve the sustainable development. Now, this is about some of the technology, scale and volute, OS technology, which we have recently developed at Green Scale and embedded inside the UPL. I will not go in detail, but when I will go in detail, and it will take a lot of time. I think if anyone is interested, later on he may be in touch with me, and I can tell more about all these technologies. But just I have given a flavor that technology front, we are doing great work at UPL, especially inside
Hello.
the green.
Sir, your voice is not so clear. Very disturbing, sir.
Okay, so right now it get disturbed,
No
or
issue, sir. No issue, sir. You go on. It will get connected automatically.
Yes, sir, it's okay
Okay.
now.
Okay, now it's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. How much time we have?
We have, sir. You continue.
Okay. So this is one of the scheme which I want to share, sustainable effluent treatment scheme, which we have implemented inside UPL manufacturing plant, and we found very good a scheme where we able to achieve zero liquid discharge, and where we able to do the maximum recycling and reuse of wastewater. So the main beauty of this scheme is, first is we have segregated the stream. We are not doing like this, that let all the wastewater get collected at one place and get treated. There we found a lot of problems. So what we adopted, that first segregate the stream into three stream: green, yellow and red. So in green stream, we used to segregate those wastewater which TDS is lesser, means less than 5000 ppm, and we treat with biological treatment. And then yellow stream, which is slightly difficult to treat because TDS happens to be higher, nearly 50,000, 60,000 ppm. So we segregate it and we treat with different technology. And it is a more difficult stream and more than 1 lakh ppm. So we separate out and we treat with different technology. So segregation helped us a lot, and then we deployed the appropriate technology, and we try to maximize the use of recycling and reuse. At this moment of time, 60% of our plant globally are zero liquid discharge. Now, this is about my new book, which is coming from Ville Publisher, and this is book on wastewater treatment technology design considerations. And Ville has published, and this is going to come by March 2021. It will be available, but they are order. So in this book, I have tried to include the practical flavor of my last 24-25 years inside industry. So I have included global water and wastewater treatment issues, solutions, first chapter. Second chapter, I have summarized the effluent characteristics of various industries. More than 20-30 kinds of industry effluent characteristics summary has been included in this book, which will be very beneficial for the people who are involved in designing of wastewater treatment plant. Then in third chapter, I included sustainable technologies, so design methodology, how to design, those kind of things has been included. And fourth chapter is more toward the sustainable technology, and the fifth chapter is devoted on zero liquid discharge, and sixth chapter is devoted on the operational excellence of wastewater treatment plant. So how to operate in a better way wastewater treatment plant. So those kind of things are included in this book, and that I want to share here. Next one, this is my last slide, then we will open for the question answer. And normally, whenever I go in the university, especially, and especially among the student, I used to show this slide. And why I used to show this? Because at this moment of time, there is a lot of hue and cry on the environmental crisis, environmental issues, environmental pollution around the world. And it is looking that we are the most polluter. But if you go by the data is showing that it's not the fact. The fact is that today the developed countries are more responsible for the world environmental issues. We are not. And here you can see one is on the chemical manufacturing. So a lot of hue cry is happening that India is manufacturing a lot of chemical, and because of that pollution is happening. But the fact is this, that if you see the export, chemical export, then India chemical export is nearly 41 billion US dollar. Whereas if you see US, their chemical export is worth 206 billion US dollar. You see the Switzerland. Switzerland is a very small country as compared to India, and they export nearly 100 billion US dollar chemical around the world. So huge manufacturing happens there. As compared to that, our share in world market is just 2%. So here I want to share that it's not, the fact is not that we are manufacturing huge. Second is CO2 emission. There also we are better placed. I think our per capita CO2 emission is very minimum inside, if you see the world. Our is 1.6 ton, whereas if you see United States per capita CO2 emission, that is around 15 ton. So they are much more higher than us, and we are not making CO2 emission much more as compared to the other developed country who are doing at this moment of time. Now on third, ecological footprint. Ecological footprint is a footprint where suppose everyone is start living like India. If entire world is start living like India, then only 70% of earth is required to sustain. Whereas if everyone start living like USA, then 4.8 earth will be required to sustain. So our ecological footprint, mainly India ecological footprint, is very small. And why it is? Because our way of life is like this. I think India is the only place where we found, not today, but even thousands of years back, if we see, then thousands of years back, our culture was to respect the nature, and even today also. So India is the only place where river get worshipped, mountain get worshipped, tree get worshipped. So our culture is from thousand years back, and we respect the nature, and so why our ecological footprint is very less. Now at last, I have included some of the standards, international standards on wastewater treatment. And if you see India, then our standards of discharge of wastewater is most stringent among the world. And you can see the comparison. India, we are allowed only 250 ppm COD, maximum limit to discharge in water bodies. Whereas if you see the US standard or New Zealand or Colombia, Turkey, these are the examples where it's much more higher COD limit has been fixed to discharge. So our standards are also very good, and they are most stringent among the world. So what I want to make summary here, that India is not part of global environmental problem, but yes, India want to be part of global solutions, because we are committed, and we are very committed toward the Paris Agreement climate change. And our stand is that yes, we will be part, and we will go by the Paris Agreement. So I think I don't know whether I able to give a flavor here what I want to say, but I want to say through this busy slide that first thing, don't think that we are manufacturing more chemical. Our share is just 2%, so our manufacturing is very less in the world. Don't think that we are doing more CO2 emission. Data is saying that our CO2 emission per capita is very small among the world. Ecological footprint, we are creditor for the world as far as ecological footprint is concerned. And as far as a standard and regulation is concerned, our standard and regulations are most stringent among the world. So we are better regulated and better policy in place as far as environment is concerned. So that's only I want to give flavor through this slide. Now I think let's open for the question answer, and I shall love to answer if any query and questions among the participants.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for that really informative session. And now I would like to call my colleague Alok to take Q&A session with Dr. Mritunjay Chaubey. Alok, please.
Thank you, Mukund. So now I am going to
मैं
start
एक
the
क्वेश्चन
question.
सर से पूछना चाह रहा था in the from the
Yes, sir.
previous
Yes, sir. Sure.
Surely, sir, you can go on. Surely, sir.
slide. So sir is saying कि 70% of tigers population is in India. So sir, इससे क्या benefit है? If means how it affects the sustainability?
So actually the main aim of showing this figure that 70% of tiger population surviving in India is this, that the people who are making hue and cry that India is most polluted place or more environment pollution happening, it is reply to them that see tiger which get affected mainly, and they get affected by the global warming, climate change, and the environmental pollution. And today they are going to vanish. But 70% population of world are still surviving in India. It means the people who are making much more hue and cry among world related to India, especially several NGOs who are saying that a lot of pollution and environmental and the climate change kind of things are there in India, it is for them that it is not a fact.
So मैंने एक आर्टिकल पढ़ा सर, एक तो उसमें था कि रेन जो फॉरेस्ट को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए वहां पे टाइगर लाया गया. अमेरिका का एक एग्जांपल था, आर्टिकल था कि किसी जगह फॉरेस्ट को प्रोटेक्ट करना था तो वहां पे टाइगर लाया गया और टाइगर को छोड़ दिया गया और उसके बाद वो फॉरेस्ट जो एरिया था वो बढ़ गया. सो आई थिंक इट बिकॉज टाइगर प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन फूड चेन. जैसे टाइगर होगा तो फूड चेन को मेंटेन करेगा वो सारा. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, मींस टाइगर्स रोल बिकम्स सो क्रूशियल इन सस्टेनेबिलिटी.
Yes, they are very important if we see our ecological chain, and especially in forest, they are very important to maintain those chain. Yes, they are very important for the sustainability. They are very important to balance the ecosystem. But here our aim was that tiger is most affected by climate change. And since they are surviving maximum in India, so we should not say that India track record is bad.
Yes. Yes, Alok, please.
So, sir, the first question is from my side. Sir, after COVID-19 pandemic, what will be the World Sustainable Development Policy?
So I think one article recently I have written that what will be the impact on SDG due to this COVID-19 situation, and very elaborate article I have written has been published by renowned magazine. I used to see a big impact, because today if you see after 2016, when we review the progress of SDG, achieving the SDG goal, ultimate aim is by 2030, and today is 2020 going to end. And once we see the review report, we are not moving in the direction at par what we have expected and what we have set the goal. If you see India, India is only at par in 4 SDG out of 17 SDG. So very bad thing that out of 17 SDG, we are moving at par on only 4 SDG. Now come to your question, COVID. This COVID-19 situation has it affected more. Even now the achievement and the progress on SDG has affected a lot. And now it's time for the government, community, and all the stakeholders to see that how we can achieve the SDG by 2030 after COVID-19, because after COVID-19 situation is very bad, and even still it's very difficult to achieve that SDG.
सर मैं थोड़ा इसमें कुछ बोलना चाह रहा था। मेरा ये मानना है सर कि अगर हम एसडीजी को बाय हार्ट फॉलो करते पहले ही तो शायद कोविड-19 की प्रॉब्लम इमर्ज ही ना होती। So this is my opinion, because SDG talks about those goals which leads to environment protection, ecological balance and all these things. So जिस हिसाब से चाइना में जो वेट मार्केट है और जो इस तरह से एनिमल्स को ट्रीट किया जाता है, शायद ये प्रॉब्लम ही ना आती अगर हम सस्टेनेबिलिटी को फॉलो करते तो।
You are right. You are right. If we have taken care of nature and we have followed the principle of sustainability, then this problem may not have come, because it is a creation of human being. This problem is created by human being.
Yes. Yes,
and I don't know, even various report has yet to come, and there is not very clear picture about the COVID, but we don't know whether it is artificial virus or natural virus.
Yes.
It may be possible that it is artificially created virus.
Exactly.
And if it is artificially created virus, so why it is difficult to control by nature? Because normally my understanding is that if any virus or any disease come natural, then nature is having the ability to control also. And very well, within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, nature himself used to control those virus and bacteria.
Yes.
COVID-19 is not get controlled by nature himself. So my strong doubt is that it is artificial virus. So why we not able to control? Yes. But I don't know. I am not the researcher and I am not much more expert about the virus and biology. So what is fact, I don't know. But let us see. One day it will come. My thought process is that maybe it is artificial virus. We don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir. Alok.
Sir, the second question, which is from Khagendra Kumar, how does sustainable development make economic sense for society?
So I think it make economic sense, and even during my presentation, I have covered about making economic sense to corporate. So I have given example of Unilever, I have given example of UPL, where we have embedded the sustainability, we brought down the environment footprint of those corporate, and then we saved a lot. Water bill, we saved a lot. Energy bill, we saved a lot. Waste disposal bill. And as I have told you that in Unilever, we have saved nearly 100 million US dollar per year saving. And in UPL, we have saved 45 million US dollar. So similarly, for society also, once we embed the sustainability inside society, then it makes sense. Economic sense is there, and we can save a lot of expenditure on the health. We can save a lot of expenditure on these kind of issues like COVID-19 is coming, or other kind of climate change issues are coming. We know that a huge economic loss happening because of climate change. And climate change is a creation of world community because they have not embedded sustainability in their way of life. And since we have not followed the principle of sustainability, so why today we have climate change? And because of climate change, if you estimate, a huge economic loss is there for the world community. So I think if we follow the principle of sustainability, if we embed the sustainability, then definitely it will make a economic sense.
Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is from Meghna Saxena. Can you please explain carbon dioxide emission per capita, where India's rank is 20 and Saudi Arabia, which ranks number 1, and USA ranks number 3? Can you explain this topic?
Yes, so I have already covered in my last slide where I have given the example that how per capita CO2 emission in India is very less, nearly 1.6 ton, whereas if you see US 15 ton and Saudi Arabia is even more. I have not covered because that is a small nation. So, but if you see their CO2 emission, Saudi Arabia is even more than US. So, what my thought process in this is, one is the population. So, our population is very high, population density is very high. So, when we do the factorization of per capita, then we are very lower. But if you see in absolute term that how much CO2 get emitted, then our contribution, if you see there, then 30% CO2 emission happen in absolute term by China. 15% of total global emission happens by US, and nearly 7.5% happens by European Union, and similar nearly 6 to 7% comes from the India also. So in terms of absolute CO2 emission, we are there, and it is matter of concern. We must have to reduce it, and we have to must work to reduce it. But our population is very large. To sustain those large population, we have to do a lot of economic activity. We have to do a lot of manufacturing activity. We have to do a lot of development activity. So some emissions will be there, but yes, we should try to reduce as much as possible.
Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is, what can I do as a citizen for development to be more sustainable?
So, as citizen, I think the best way is to follow the principle of sustainability. And if you see the principle of sustainability, then one thing is very important is the utilization of natural resources. So we should not exploit. We should utilize the natural resources responsibly, and that is the first principle where all the citizen and everyone have to think wherever they are, whether it is at home or at industry or in business or college or university. If everyone start thinking to utilize natural resources responsibly, then I think we will able to solve the problem. Second thing is maximize the recycle and reuse. And we should try to think about the circular economy, that how we can maximize the recycle and reuse of waste which is coming out. And third thing is, I think today the alarming topic is use of plastic bag. So they are also, because that impacting a lot our environment. So there also we need to take care. So I think mainly summary is this, that if we follow the principle of utilizing natural resources responsibly, then we may not face the problem. And if we will not follow that, then a lot of problem we will face going forward.
Okay, sir. Next question from Mukund Thakur. I think it's already covered. So the next question is from Muskan Arora. Sir, how can individuals get involved in creating a world where no one is left behind?
So can you repeat again question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, the question is how can individuals get involved in creating a world where no one is left behind?
Right. So this is a very important thing where we should think for the everyone. And I think in our culture, especially in India, where we used to say that वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, पूरी वर्ल्ड को ही हम लोग अपना परिवार मानते हैं. तो उस तरह से if we will think, then it will be very good. And what I always feel, that if we will follow the principle of humanity, if we put first humanity principle, then we will take care of those people who are behind us, and that will make us more sustainable. And today the people are talking that for someone, they may say that this is first priority for me. I think that we should always put humanity as a first.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, there are other questions also. Alok, जैसे श्री ने question पूछा है, you can ask those questions also. Aditi has asked one question.
Yes, sir. Sir, the question is post-COVID improve the environmental conditions or not?
I think condition has improved. If you see the figure of our Ganga River, then it has improved a lot after COVID. If you see the CO2 emission, we improved a lot. So as far as pollution is concerned, so actually a lot of economic activity get halted, and because of that, the pollution decreased. But I tell you that we don't wish and we don't want that because of epidemic all the activity get stopped, and then we have a very nice environmental condition. So that is not a wish, but yes, due to COVID-19, due to lockdown, a lot of economic activity has been halted. So in net cell, the environmental conditions has improved. Water quality of rivers has improved, air quality has improved, and the degradation of soil and groundwater has improved. So I think there is improvement because of this.
Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is from Srirup Ghosh. Sir, most of the developed countries didn't care about sustainable development while they are still in developing stage. But now they try to make the developing countries take upon them the responsibility. Is that fair?
I think if you see the Paris Agreement, then this was a much more debated issue. And I know that when this Paris Agreement was getting formulated in Paris in 2015, I was also there from Unilever side. At that time, I was in charge of sustainability in Unilever. So when all these things going on, I also happens to present there. This was a main debate point where the developing country were saying that now we have started our economic activity. How you can sanction or how you can impose these kind of conditions to reduce the CO2 emission, whereas the developed country who have already utilized the resources and they have used huge energy in last 50 years, 60 years, and they get developed, their infrastructure is in place, whereas in developing country, now they have started. So how you can impose a similar kind of condition on everyone? And in Paris Agreement, finally, the agreement came with the principle that yes, developed country have to share more responsibility, and they have to contribute through finance. So those developing country who is doing good and great work as per Paris Agreement to bring down the CO2 emission, developed country will contribute to them. and some 100 billion US dollar fund they have committed that the developed country will give to developing country. So I think those kind of things are there in Paris Agreement. But principally, I am also in agreement that developing country, since right now they have started to build their infrastructure and industrialization, so we cannot impose the same kind of regulation what we have imposed on the developed nation. We should have a more stringent norm for the developed nation and less stringent norm for the developing country, because as a whole, if we see in last 50 years, this developing country has not contributed to this problem. Mainly this problem came from the developed country. So it is their responsibility to bring down their emissions, and also they should contribute financially to developing country.
Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is from Ruchi. Sir, can you tell us about Discover SABIC's stories?
So SABS, what? I also not understand. SABS storage.
Sir,
What is it?
SABIC stories.
रिचू SABIC क्या है एक बार बताओ. What is the full form of SABIC?
Sir, it is SABIC stories, Saudi Arabic Industries.
Okay, so I am not much more aware about this, so I cannot comment.
Alok, take other questions.
Sir, I think all the questions are done already.
One question has been asked by Mukund. Chaubey sir, he is asking, as per data, we have seen that our country is less polluted as compared to other countries like USA and Australia. Then why India is at 5th number in the world in the polluted countries list, while USA it's 87 number?
So actually we have to see those index, what they have considered. Because several times the criteria which used to get in, there also some play happen. Like one example I can give, SEPI index. India has prepared a comprehensive environmental pollution index, and first they came CP index in 2010, then 12, then they modified in 16, now they have modified in 18. If you see, always they used to change the criteria, and then the index go on. Sometimes some region get more, and sometimes some region get more. Similar happens to this also, but I used to find very good index as a ecological index, which I have shared to you, that if everyone is start living like India, then what will be the ecological footprint? And if everyone is start living like USA, what will be the ecological footprint? And why that is relevant? Because it's clearly showing that if you see the ecological index, then if everyone start living like India, only 70% earth is required to sustain the world. If you start living like USA, then today 4.8 earth, means nearly 5 earth is required to sustain the world. So which lifestyle is better? Which way of life is better? It very clearly understood.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for this interactive session. Now I would like to invite Vijay sir to address about pledge session.
Chaubey sir, we have decided that, and we request also you that please administer oath of protecting the environment to protect the SDG goals, to achieve the SDG. I am sharing the screen, sir. So request you to please administer the oath to our students. This has been prepared by students themselves. तो आप लोग सर बोलेंगे, आप लोग रिपीट करेंगे, every one of you. You can start your video also. तो आप जो इसमें जो लिखा है आई के बाद you will tell your name, और उसके बाद फिर मतलब सर को फॉलो करना है बेसिकली. चौबे सर को.
Okay, so first I will speak and then they will speak.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So fine, I think it is very good. So I am starting. I, Mritunjay Chaubey, hereby pledge
I, Vijay Kumar, hereby pledge
Hereby
I,
pledge
Alok
I,
Kumar,
Prerna,
I,
hereby
Sri
pledge.
Ghosh, hereby pledge
to create and maintain
I,
a
Ruchi
strict
Tyagi,
and sustainable environmental standards personally and professionally.
to create
to
and
create
Create
and
and
maintain
maintain
strict and sustainable environmental standards personally and
and
professionally.
professionally.
I pledge to serve as a example
I place
I pledge to
pledge
serve as
To
an
serve as an
example
example
by practicing healthy living, positive impacting both the community and planet Earth.
by
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 practicing a
practicing
healthy
healthy
living,
living
living
positively
positive
positively
impacting
impact
both the
both
community
the
and planet
community
Earth.
and
planet.
Earth.
planet Earth.
I will reduce,
I
I
will
will
reduce,
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 reuse, and recycle various products.
reuse.
reuse, and
reuse,
Use
recycle
and
various.
recycle
recycle
various
the various
products.
products.
Okay, I think here some things is getting. Let, now it's okay. I will commit to and encourage the reduction of our community's carbon footprint.
I will
I will
I
commit
will
to
commit
encourage
to and encourage
reduction
the
of our
reduction
community's
of our
carbon footprint.
community's
Community's
carbon
carbon
footprint.
I will give back in every way I can to
I
our
will
people and to our
I will
planet.
give back.
I
I
will
will
give
give
back in
back in
every way
every
I
way I
can
can
to our
and
people,
our
to our
and
and
to
to our
our
planet.
planet. People and to our planet.
thank you so
Okay.
much, sir. Thank you so much.
Completed.
Yes,
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call my colleague Komal Pal to introduce vote of thanks.
Now, I would like to present vote of thanks. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for the event on Sustainable Development Goals. I, Komal, would like to thank our esteemed guest and speaker, Dr. Mritunjay Chaubey, on behalf of Apeejay Stya University. Thank you so much for gracing the event with your presence, sir. I would also like to place on record our hearty thanks and gratitude to our Chancellor Ma'am Shushma Paul Barlia, our Vice Chancellor Professor Raj S. Dhankar, with Dr. Ananda Pradhan Sir, HOD School of Education, Dr. S. K. Roy, Dean School of Management Sciences, ASU, and all the other staff members present here. In the end, I would also like to thank students who participated in this event. A heartfelt thanks to the audience. Thank you all.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Komal, for thanking us all. सर, अगर बच्चे आपसे कांटेक्ट करना चाहें, कोई क्वेश्चन उनके मन में अभी भी रह जाए, बात करना चाहें, तो कैसे कर सकते हैं? प्लीज इफ यू कैन शेयर योर सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट्स या कोई इस तरह का लिंक.
I think I have my social media account and I happens to be very active on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and the spelling of my name, Mritunjay Chaubey, if you go, it's not much more. So you can very easily follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Also, in this presentation, I have shared my email contact, so you can also send the queries on email and I used to reply.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Surely, sir.
Thank you so much, Chaubey sir. And we hope, sir, you will be continuing in the future also to blessing us, to guide our students, to motivate them in the sustainability journey. It is like a surgeon for us, sir.
Thank you. I also
Thank you so
feel
much.
very happy to be among all of you, and very good interactive talk happens. And I wish that all these students who will go in society, they will try to embed the sustainability wherever they will be, and also follow the principle of sustainability. Also, the pledge which today we have taken here, That is also very good and great thing. So thank you. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Please take care, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. And now you should take a leave.
अभी फिलोसफी वाले बच्चे रुक सकते हैं. Others, if they want to go, they can go.
सर क्यों फिलोसॉफी क्यों?
अभी इस पे चर्चा होगा ना फिलोसफी में.
बाकी others also
अपने philosophies दो.
want to remain here, they can. ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है. ये है कि एक तो आपको अटेंडेंस एज यूजुअल देनी है. दूसरा मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि जो भी हम इवेंट कराते हैं वो फाइनल एग्जाम में आ सकते हैं उसके ऊपर. ठीक है, क्योंकि फिलोसफी के टाइम में पीरियड में ये हुआ है तो इट कैन कम इन फिलोसफीज एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है,
ओके सर.
या प्लीज. एंड
सर प्लेज अच्छा था.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. उसको मैंने थोड़ा आई किया बस. सो इट वाज वेरी.
हाँ सर.
It was very good. Thank you, Shri. Thank you, everyone. Please take care. Bye.
Okay, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, beta.